Welcome again. In previous demonstration, you enjoyed still life painting with watercolor. Now I am going to demonstrate still life painting with oil pastel color. In case of object painting, we should give a neat look at our color sheet too. On a color sheet, we have to look at the environment. What kind of environment are we going to use? We have to choose one of that sheets which fulfill the criteria, because we will have to leave some part of the sheet for the sake of background. This is not necessary that we select only that color for sheet which one is in excess. This depends on one's choice too. In pastel color, we have to leave some parts of our used same color sheet without color. That's why generally people take similar colored canvas which is in an excess environment, so that extra unpainted part can be left in paper sheet. Looking at the arrangement of the objects, we have to put them on the paper sheet in the same manner. Consider the importance of the objects: front face, mid face and background. We will arrange them in the middle of the sheet. We first of all take the measure of background and then build other group of objects respectively and arrange them on the sheet. Initially, we take a hint of or guess that how would our objects be arranged on the sheet. It is important because we are not going to fill whole sheet with objects. After arranging our object on paper sheet, we have to look at the drawing. Now this is the detailed composition. Now I start detailed drawing from here. First of all, we shall start with lantern. Observing the object, we start highlighting details by running black pastel in dark tone. By doing this, you can see that eventually the actual drawing of lantern is coming out, as well as I am drawing small details of lantern. The dark portion of lantern, that is the depth portions, are also taken in our drawing. Now I am going to draw the ink pot. Now the pen with feather is also drawn with the ink pot drawing, so that it can be appear as its associated part. Now I am going to draw the third object, which is a letter pad. This object is in rectangular form and the depth of portion is also highlighting by using shading with firm hand pressure. The fourth and the last object is a red rose. Its drawing is as important as others. The dark portion of the background is also filled by using pastel stick in flat position. Now for drawing light colored portion, I am taking light pink and using it in the same flat manner as done previously for background. Now fill sepia color in objects, keeping in mind the environmental shades on them. A part of drawing in which we draw depth portion with black pastel color or dark grey pastel color. This is cerulean blue stick and I am filling cerulean blue color on the letter pad. Here you can see that how I am using and filling color . Also, I am using white and light colors on to the object. Here you can see that how I am using and filling color . The environmental colors also affects the shade on the objects. That's why I'm filling blue and light pink color on the ink pot. Now fill sepia color in objects, keeping in mind the environmental shades on them. Now for lantern, I am using black color stick for coloring the depth area. Notice that I am giving an extra pressure on stick strokes for better results of shading. We use stick strokes in various ways, like either by point pressure or by rubbing at required area. This because it helps in clear view of drawn objects. Also, we should highlight our background in parallel to objects because we can see the actual real scene of objects on sheet. Here you can see that in how many ways I am using this black pastel color. The dark portion of lantern, that is, the depth portions, are also taken in our drawing. Here you can see that in how many ways I am using this black pastel color, and the folds of debris is also creating and using it by me. Now I am using cerulean blue and flash tint color for highlighting the ink pot. Also I am using white color pastel for preparing the label of ink pot. Again, using light cerulean blue color, I am filling colors on the chimney of lantern, also highlighting the dark portion of lantern using this color again. Sometime it is required to cut short the pastel stick so that it is convenient to use it in flat position. The dark portion of the background is also filled by using pastel stick in flat position. Now for drawing light colored portion, I am taking light pink and using it in the same flat manner as done previously for background. Now I am highlighting the lantern. For this I am using light blue color. During the outline work of objects, we should vary the hand pressure place by place. Also, I am using white and light colors on to the object. Also, I am using white and light colors on to the object. Now I am highlighting the letter pad. For this I am using light blue color, and the design of papers will be done through white color pastel stick. Light tin color is used for drawing the feather in ink pot. For creating the cut set of feather, I am using black color and drawing from inside out. Here, for highlighting the feather, I use short strokes. I am using light colors on feather. In red rose, we can see the shades of red and yellow. For this, I am using red color first and then I am filling yellow color into it. For highlighting the dark tones, I am using the brown color. The darker portion is then filled using light yellow pastel. The leaves are then filled with green color. For showing the depth, I am using black color too. Here, for highlighting the feather, I use short strokes. I am using light colors on feather. Now, fill sepia color in objects, keeping in mind the environmental shades on them. Background color is also filled with green pastel stick, and using it in flat position we can draw the debris also. If the object is opaque, then there is no need to fill two colors. We will fill one color on such area. For shading the objects, we generally use dark gray or black colors. We use this color in curves and thick area of an object in the same manner as was done in previous demonstration. Now, after seeing the environment and other surrounding colors, we will fill respective colors on to the objects. In still painting, we should always keep the track of effect of surrounding colors on each other. It is as important as drawing colors. For this purpose, we generally use light, dark, and middle colors respectively. In such colors, because of non-mixing property, existing colors are to be taken from surroundings. This work is finished with oil pastel medium. Thank you.